John, you've obviously, sort of sung Tyson Forster's praises here over the last little while, but what does it mean to you when the team desperately needs someone to step up and make a play there? He basically makes two of them at the end of the second.
He makes on the penalty shot, he makes a great defensive play at their blue line. So yeah, he's done it all year long. Puck's beginning to go in for him.
Mentioned after last night's game, basically, needing more from the offensive guys. I took that to mean, kind of more the established guys. But is Tyson turning himself into one of the guys you look to now?
He has had a good run here. I've been looking to him the whole time because he was getting chances. They just weren't going in for him. It's easy for a coach to look at a guy for scoring, but also know he's probably one of your best defensive players too. So I've been looking his way pretty much all year long.
You've been very honest about Felix's play in the past. With how his season went, with being up here for so long and then going finally down, how do you think he responded, especially coming in at a big moment where you guys really needed to?
Well, the thing I liked about it, he closed the game out. I think that was his next step. I thought that was his struggles when we had him here last year, was closing a game out. Made some key saves at key times. I'm happy for him. He looked confident.
With Tyson for a second, you mentioned how good he's been defensively. Is that a surprise for you that he's been that reliable at this young an age, at this early in his career?
Well, I've said it all year long that he's well beyond what we thought. People talked about his skating, very deceptive skater. He gets where he wants to go, and it's a big part of, as I've said a number of times, it's a big part of our job of coaching is to teach players away from the puck. He's well beyond it right now. We have a number of other guys to worry about other than him teaching that part of it.
With Sealer, he just seems like a guy that when the games intensify, his game is pretty reliable. I know the trade deadline is coming up, but how much would you like to see him stay here for this run?
Yeah, we have said that from the get-go. We're not looking to trade Seals. He's a huge part of the competitiveness of the room that brings that room together. So he's one of the true competitors that I've ever coached as far as how he handles himself.
Just big picture, do you have the confidence going into this game after what happened last night that this team's going to respond? Because they really have been doing it all year.
They have, and that's why I think we developed, after the first period, 3 5-on-5 scoring chances last night. Certainly not good enough. I don't think it's a 5-2 game. I don't think they rolled over us, but we didn't have much going for a couple periods. I thought we lost ourselves when they regained some momentum. We didn't have any patience. We turned a lot of pucks over. You don't have to direct the group too much. They know they've assessed themselves pretty well this year, and I had full confidence coming in tonight's game that they were going to answer the proper way. Doesn't mean you win the games, but I know they're going to answer the proper way.
Farabee had obviously not scored for 14 games, but he was doing everything else right. He was, making the big plays.
Yeah.
Good to see him though finally get.
Yes,
tonight.
I hope that helps him scoring. I hope that helps with the rest of the game too.
You don't talk much about positioning, where you guys are at, where you guys are going, but to play meaningful games, how much important is that for not just like you guys are rebuilding, but also these younger guys getting those meaningful games?
I say it every day. That's the most important part of this, is we're playing games in March that mean something. That's huge for our kids.